Good evening, YouTube. I don't know what day it is. Why do I never know what day it is? It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday evening. It's about 8 o'clock. I was just watching some Christmas tag videos on YouTube, and it inspired me to answer the Christmas tag question, although I haven't been tagged because nobody loves me and nobody tagged me. To answer the Christmas tag questions myself, and then to tag someone else. Now, my first choice would have been Caroline Mrs. M, but she'd already answered most of these questions in one of her Vlogmas videos. So Caroline, I'm not just overlooking you, but since you've already answered these questions already, I thought I would tag Heather the Treasure Pirate. So Heather, if you're watching this, which you ought to be watching this because I shall tell you I've done this, you need to record your own video answering these questions and then tag somebody else. So the first question on the Christmas tag question list is, what is your favourite Christmas film? My favourite Christmas film is Love Actually. I know is it a Christmas film? It's not, you know, I don't like Elf. I find him annoying. I do like The Grinch. You're going to see a lot about my personality. I've got my festive knitwear on for this, by the way. Festive knitwear and pyjama bottoms. But yeah, I like The Grinch, but my favourite Christmas film is Love Actually. I like Hugh Grant dancing backwards across the landing. I like everything about it. I really like it. It's my favourite Christmas film. The only thing I don't really like in it is Martine McCutcheon being a bit of a washout. She should have been stronger. So, next one is, what is your favourite Christmas song? And we're going to see a film now, you see, because I like The Grinch and I also like the Pogues Fairy Tale of New York. So, generally, I like anything that's a bit dreary and dismal. I also like, I always want to say Jonah Lomu, and then I wonder if Jonah Lomu is a rugby player. But you know the one that goes do 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 do. That one, I like that one. Jonah somebody. I'm sure Jonah Lomu's a rugby player. I don't think it's him. Jonah. Anyway, you'll know. When do you put up your tree? That varies. We don't have a set date. I know some people always do it on the same date every year. It hasn't gone up yet this year. There have been years when it's gone up earlier than this, but at the moment it's in the loft. And as you will know, if you've watched my videos before, I've recently converted the loft to be my eBay storage room. Everything that was very untidily bunged in the loft is now hidden in a corner, and the tree's in there somewhere. There is a chance that the tree might not go up at all this year. We're not here for Christmas Day, so does it matter if you don't have a Christmas tree if you're not actually here for the day itself? I don't know. Natalie, my daughter, would quite happily never put any decorations at all. She says every year, can we not bother? Can we just get one of those magic tree air fresheners, nail that to the wall and say that's our Christmas tree? And my son usually says let's not bother, and then this year when I said perhaps let's not bother, we got all irate about it. So maybe we will do. I don't know. If somebody gives you a present before Christmas, do you peep at it or do you wait and have it as a surprise on the day? I've got better than I used to be. Years ago, I would always peep. I would open all the presents I was given early. I would seal them back up. I would even open the children's presents. If somebody gave me a present for one of the children, I would open them, peep at those, put those back under the tree. Became very adept at slicing through the sellotape with a Stanley knife so that you couldn't see any marks and sticking it back down. I've got better as I've matured, as I've become an old lady. And also because I tend to know what I'm getting from people anyway now. I get very few surprises because I kind of made it known that I'm not a very surprisey person. I am the Grinch. It's true. Who would you like to kiss under the mistletoe? I'm going to say David Tennant because my cutout of him is across the room staring at me. He might be put out if I didn't say that. But I believe there's a Mrs. Tennant, so she might be put out. So who's single? There you go. Mind blank. David. I wouldn't mind kissing David Tennant under mistletoe. I'll take David Tennant. Any Christmas traditions? Not really. Oh, we do. We have one. Everybody has to have a compulsory Christmas sprout. I am the only person in this house who likes sprouts. Buddy likes sprouts, but he's not allowed sprouts because they do terrible things to his internals, which then become externals and upset everybody. But I'm the only person who likes sprouts. Neither of the kids like sprouts, but I insist that there is a compulsory Christmas sprout on their dinners. And we have a tradition has evolved whereby they try to dispose of their Christmas sprout in the most, what's the word for when you think of it? Ingenious, in the most ingenious way. So one year I found somebody's sprout bobbing in the gravy. One year I found somebody sprouting a plant pot a few days after Christmas. I found a sprout in a plant pot. They only have one. They have one Christmas sprout on their plates, and each of them tries to put it onto the other person's plate or tries to slip it to a, you know, they just. Last year I decided I would be the clever one, so I took a roast potato for each of them, and I hollowed out inside the roast potato, and I popped the sprout inside, and I put the roast potato on their plate. Anthony ate his whole without noticing the sprout. Natalie noticed hers immediately. I think she has some kind of sprout radar. She knew hers was there. But yeah, our Christmas tradition is everybody has to have a Christmas sprout, and their Christmas tradition is try not to eat it. What will you wear on Christmas Day? This year I will wear my new top, which I know Natalie has bought me for Christmas, and the reason I know she's bought it for me is because I was there when we bought it and I tried it on. So I will be wearing that for Christmas Day. The next question will answer why I'll be doing that. So quite often if I'm at home I wouldn't bother dressing up at all because it was only us. But the next question is, what will your Christmas Day be like? And this year it will be different. This year we are going to my friend. My friend works in a sports and social club. She runs a sports and social club. And normally she comes to us. Sorry, I've just straightened my hair. My fringe is in my eyes. Normally she comes to us. We have Christmas dinner here, but she's got to work this year, so we're going there. They're doing Christmas dinner at the club, and we are going there for our Christmas dinner. And we've never been out for Christmas dinner before. I refuse to go out. You know, people, you can go out to a restaurant, can't you, have Christmas dinner, but it's like £85 a head. I refuse to pay £85 for a roast dinner that's £8.99 every other day of the year. I just refuse to do it. So we've never been out for Christmas dinner before, but this year we are going to the club. So Christmas Day is going to be very different, because our usual Christmas Day is that we get up around about 8:30. Both the kids are now too old for stockings, although this year Natalie says she'd like one. 21 years old, she wants a stocking. We get up, we open presents, we make a terrible mess, we clear up the terrible mess, and then I start the dinner. Well, we usually have Christmas Day breakfast, sometimes bacon sandwiches, sometimes something a bit more exciting. Sometimes we're having ham and cheese croissants, that's nice. And then I usually cook the dinner. We eat dinner around about 2-ish, sometimes 3-ish. We're very much a collector of any unconsidered waifs and strays, so anyone who hasn't got anyone to be with for Christmas dinner can come to us. And sorry, the cat, you can't see the cat. The cat's just appeared, and I am stroking the cat. In case you wonder what this weird arm motion was, I am stroking the cat who's just appeared in frame. Lift yourself up and let people see you. Look, there you go. So yeah, normally, and then I would cook Christmas dinner. We'd eat about 3 o'clock. We'd chill out all afternoon doing nothing, and then in the evening, assorted friends comes around, and we play silly games and have more presents and just generally enjoy ourselves. That's a usual Christmas Day. This year will be different. I can't read my own scrawl. Oh, any disasters? Any Christmas disasters? No, because we don't do anything very elaborate. We don't usually have a turkey because none of us are very keen, and most other cuts of meat you can cook quite easily. So I've never burnt the dinner or forgotten to buy the dinner or forgotten to defrost it or anything like that. The closest thing to a Christmas disaster would have been my Christmas disappointment, which occurred when I was around about 7. It's a very sad story. I hope you've all got a tissue handy. I woke up on Christmas morning very early, and when I was a child there was a rule that you couldn't go downstairs and start any presents. You know, you had to wait till Mum and Dad were there before I could open anything. But I woke up really early. I think I woke up like maybe 4 or 5 a.m. and I crept downstairs to see if Father Christmas had been. And in the front room was a bike, and I had wanted a bike for a very long time. I'd been asking for a bike. And I had wanted a bike for ages, and I saw this bike and I was so excited. I was an only child, so plainly it was for me. Went back upstairs. Shush, buddy. Went back upstairs, got back into my bed, waited patiently until such time as I was allowed to go downstairs. Very, very excited about my Christmas bike, hugging myself. Bike, good bike, bike. When I went back downstairs when Mum and Dad got up, the bike had disappeared. And I thought to myself, they're going to surprise me with the bike. Some point during the morning they'll wheel in the bike, and I opened my presents. I can't remember what I had, but I'm sure they were lovely, and no bike. And I was waiting. Get my bike in a minute. And I waited a bit longer, and I waited all day, the whole day. And the whole day I kept thinking, I'll bring my bike out in a bit. I'll get my bike in a bit. And it got to Christmas night, and I got into bed, and my mum came up and said to me, had I had a good Christmas? And I said yes. And she said, you don't seem very happy. Is there something wrong? And I said, Mum, where's my bike? And she said, what bike? And I said, my bike that you got me for Christmas. And she said, well, you didn't have a bike. You've had your presents. You had your presents this morning. And I said, but I went downstairs this morning and I saw my bike. And it wasn't my bike. It was a bike for the next door neighbour's son, and they had asked my parents to look after it so that he wouldn't see it, because it had been delivered, so it had been delivered on Christmas Eve. My parents had put it in the front room. My mother, of course, is mortified. When I told her about this, she was kind of like, if I'd realised that you were going to go down and see it, I would of course have told you that it wasn't for you. It was for Cameron next door, and you mustn't tell him. She said, but I didn't know. I had no idea that you would see it. So there we go. That's my Christmas disaster. I hope you're all feeling terribly, terribly sorry for me. Please don't send me bikes. I can't ride a bike anymore. I'm 44. I'll fall off and break my neck. Please don't send me a Christmas bike. But just have a little sniff on my behalf. What would you like for Christmas? Not a bike. What would I like for Christmas this year? I don't know. The thing with being an old lady and self-employed and independent and doing your own thing is you tend to buy anything you want, don't you? So there was a few things on my Amazon wish list, and I have made a point of not going to... My friends have all got the link to my wish list. We'll all have the link to each other's wish list. I've made a point of not going and checking my personal wish list over the last few weeks, so that if anybody has bought me anything off there, I won't notice that it's gone, and therefore it will be somewhat of a surprise. But I don't really have anything particular that I want. No, nothing. That's not very exciting, is it? Sorry. What was the highlight of 2017? It's been a funny old year. We went on a cruise. That's been the highlight. We went on a cruise in April. It was my first ever cruise. Never been on a cruise before. It was absolutely magnificent. Absolutely loved it. I can understand now why people say once you've been on a cruise you won't want to do anything else. I can't afford to go on cruises every 10 days, otherwise I flaming well would. But yeah, that was definitely the highlight of 2017. We had a lovely cruise, and I would heartily recommend it to anyone who's wondering whether they might go on one day. And do I have any resolutions for 2018? No. I don't make resolutions because I rebel against myself. I break them immediately just to spite me. But there are things I'm going to attempt to do more of and less. I'm going to attempt to eat less and lose more weight, work more and make more money. Might be nice if I could be a bit less crabby. Not going to make a resolution for it. Don't think I can manage it. But there we go. That's what I'm going to try to achieve in 2018. So I am going to tag Heather the Treasure Pirate to do the Christmas question tag list. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't enjoyed it, I'm very sorry to have bored you all senseless. Feel free to, not subscribe. If you've liked this video, please do like it below. If you'd like to see more like this, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. There won't be very more like this. Most of my videos are just me rambling on about... Oh, hang on, this has been me rambling on about rubbish. Okay, there might be lots more like this. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful Christmas, although it's still 2 weeks or 3 weeks away. But, have a lovely Christmas, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye-bye.